An attendee in listen-only mode.
वारी उषीरे यष्टि मधु प्रवर गोस्तन सारी वार तोयम शुद्धम जयति पित्तभवम ज्वरंति. So next is for pittavama jwara, and there are three yogas actually: Budvika, Draksha, Naga is Naga Kesha, Madhuka, Yashti Madhu, and Utpada Sariva. This is first. Mudga Ikshu Kanda, so Ikshu, Hima, Chandana, Sariva, and Ushira. Yashti Madhu, Pravara Gostana, so Gostana is Draksha, Sariva. These are the three kashayas, different kashayas, and these are all for Pitta Jivara. So most common is this Yashti Madhu. In this, Sariva is in all. So Sariva anyway is in Jvara Kashaya as well. So we may try to think about Sariva as a special medicine. Vari Ushira. So Chandana, Mudga and Kandekshu. Generally, it is not. It is Kandekshu, not Ikshu Kanda. But here they have made it Ikshu Kanda. So sugar cane. And Vari might just be Ushira as such in second part. So Mudga Sariva Vari Ushiraihi. So that Vari has not been taken out in the Vachan in this translation. Now these are all Pitta Shamaka, there is no doubt. And when we are using Ostana, it's generally resin or dry Draksha that is used. So this is quite simple. Yashti Madhu, Gokshura, Ostana, Draksha, and Sariva. Pitta Jvara. भांगी अब्द परपटक धन्वयवास विश्व भूनि बपुष्टकण सिंधि अमृता कषायः. There is some. Okay. Then it goes to this side. Bhangi Abda Parpataka Dhanvayavasa Vishwa Bhunimba Pushtakana Sindhi Amrita Kashaya. This should be actually better for Jirnam Jaram Satata Santatakan Nihanyat Annet Jishtam Saha Tritiya Tatakatha. So Bharangi Abda is Musta Parpataka Dhanvayavasaka, that is Dhamasa or Guralabha Vishwa. Bhunimba Kushtha Kana Pimpali Simbi Bruhati Amrita Guruchi. Simbi generally Vasa. He has taken it as dignitary, but Simbi is Vasa, I suppose. You can see in Hindi translation. And the fellowship is quite wide. Jivna Jaram Satata Santataka Anne Dishka Tritiya. So all Vayu Santatati Jvara. And this is in a way little simple part than Kalingaka, the Kalingaka, Photologist, etc. If we consider that, then that becomes quite a big part. Dhanvayavasa Vishwa Bhunimba Pushta Prana Hasa hai na Bhargi Abda सिंही आहे शब्द तिथे. We may look into Bhashantar of Simhi. Simhasya is one of the paryayas for Vasa as such. And might be instead of using different Dhatu Pachakas, we may try to use this as a Dhatu Pachaka. Be of the Perpataka Dhanvayavasa Vishwa Ulimba Pushta Kana Simhi Amrita Kashaya. Katurohini particularly is endangered now due to that bhump in Uttarakhand. This was uprooted, and so the availability is less and the price is very high, which is a major content in Rasapachaka, Raktapachaka, etc. So if this has a Palashruti, wide Palashruti from Santataka to Annendishka Chaturtaka, Tritiyaka Chaturtaka, all the Santataji Dwaras are covered in this, then this should be a better choice to use in place of all Dhatu Pachakas together. जीर्णज्जरं सन्ततकान् निहन्यात् अन्यद्दिष्टं सह तृतीय चतुर्थकान्. So I think this is a better choice, including Bharangi and Musta, Parpataka, Dhanvaya Vasa, Vishwas, Bhulimba, Pushta, Pana, Simha, Bruhati. Actually, it is Simhi, not Simha. Amrita. Whether this is available in the market, I am not sure. Does anybody know that this is available in the market by Bharangyadi Kashaya or something like that? Datar Gurji tradition, Chaturthika Dwara Kashaya is for Medodhatu. Yeah, that is true. But Chaturthika Viparya is there. And from Vagbhata, what we Madhyasthani Asnimajjani Vastute. Chaturthako Male Medo Madhyasthini Madhyasthite iti apare. So from Vagbhata, it is Madhya. In Sahasrayogam Grantha available in market. I think it is available in Hindi. I have one, I have found it. Simhi Bruhati Vyagri Simhi Asa Sandarbha Latu Pancham Muat Ahe. Yethe Kantakari Bruhati Asa Asta. It's okay if it is, there is a this thing, but what I am remembering is Vasa. So let us see. Simhasya is Vasa. Vyagri is Kantakari. Simhi is used for Bruhati. Okay, let us see whether it is like that. Bruhati Kantakari घेतात रेफरन्सच्या अकॉर्डिंगली दोन्हीचे पर्याय नाव आहे म्हणून. Kushta is also not available. That is another. Simhi is synonym of Bruhati for Bruhati. Okay. Simhi is paryaya of Bruhati. Everybody is saying it is paryaya of Bruhati. Oh, I have not checked down my. So anyway, we think what it is. This translation over here in Hindi also is Bruhati. So SNA Aushadhalaya have this Bhangyadi Kashaya. Okay, that is fine. So if it is available in the market, we may try to use that Bhangyadi Kashaya or something like that. सहस्रयोग चरकादि संहितावर आधारित आहे की वृद्ध वैद्याधार. Difficult to say. Vagbhata is more common, not Charaka actually. So there are many pathas from Vagbhata, but there are some other pathas which are traditional. So वार्ता के क्षुद्र घंटा की महती बृहती कृति हिंगुली ही अष्टिका सिंवी महोष्ठी दुष्प्रदर्शिनी बृहती ग्राहिणी हृदया पाचनी कपवातर कटुपित्तास्य वैरस्यम अल्लाह रोचक नाशिनी उष्णाकटु ज्वरश्वास शूलकासाग्नि मांदेजे. So here it is regularly the Simbi, that is Brihati. So anyway, let us accept it as Brihati, that we will find. शतावरी गोपकन्या चंदनो क्षीर वालकै सतंगतीय द्राक्षा समंगा उत्पल यष्टिभिः साधित साधयत्याशु निर्युह साधितः सुस्वसिता मधु ऊर्ध्वगं रक्तपित्तं च उभयायनमेव वा तथा प्रधरमुन्मादं सदाहं विषमति. So Ubhayayana is generally asadhya, and even Pradhara Unmada Sadaham Vishamadvaram. So this seems to be a good part. Shatavari Gopanya Krishna Sariva Chandana Ushira Rivera Tanduliyaka Draksha Samanga Mandishtha Pala Yashti Sadhita Sadhayatyasha Niryuha Sastamadhu. So again to be given with Sita and Madhu. Urdhvaga Bhakta Pittancha Ubhayayana Neva. So Urdhvaga and even from both the ends, upper and lower, Urdhvaga and Adhoga both. Tatha Pradaram Unmadam Sadaham Vishamadvaram. So also useful in Pradara and Unmada. This is special, so to say. Maybe we can call Pittonmada as such. And but there are people who are very angry, who are very aggressive, like Pittonmada. So this might be of help. Is this available Kashaya in market? Vatashunga to Rushabhyam Pakyam Shirayitam Tatha. This is more simple. So what I feel, Shatavari, Krishna Sariva, Chandana, Ushira, Valaka, Rivera, Takandaliyaka, Draksha, Samanga, Utpala and Yashti. Quite simple. Particularly, I have been dealing cases with acute leukemia with severe bleeding. I had one case, one of my friend's son at the age of 19. He suffered from this leukemia, acute myeloid leukemia. And the blast cells were 95. And he had bleeding from all ends. So from upper part, the mouth, the nose, the eyes and ears. So Sapta Shirasi and Ani, Adha, Medra and Buddha. So there was severe bleeding from all these ends, and he was admitted in Bharti hospital. We couldn't save him. He died within 2-3 days. So this is really asadhya, and I tried everything, Muktika, Akrush, and etc. But anyway, in acute myeloid leukemia with blast above 90%, the fate is not very dependent. The fate is like this also. But this Vatashunga and Vasa, Pakyam Kshira Yutam Tatha, we can prepare a kalpa of this. Anyway, we prepare Nagarodha kalpa and Vasa kalpa separately. Maybe we have Vatashunga and Vasa together and try to give it with this. So this Vatashunga is especially useful for Pumsavana and Pushuprodpada Sthiti Pradhan. Putrotpada Sthiti Pradhan. Utpada and Sthiti. For both the things, this is a good one, Vatashunga. So what we can do is in threatened abortion cases, this Vasa and Vatashunga. This combination, Nagarodha Kalpa and Vasa and Durva, that Durva is again particularly for Prajasthapana. So this combination I use anyway, but this may be converted to a Kalpa and to be used in leukemias with these kinds of bleeding from both ends when there is a clear mention about that. Kupitam Romakupaishta Samastesta Pravartate, that is also there. So either this Vatashunga and Atrush or Vasa. This is a simple combination. And Kshirayutam, Pakyam Kshirayutam. So we can create a kalpa and give it with milk. That is quite possible. Or Shatavari we may try to use, which is rather should all the are easily available or something like that. This kasha is available by the name Shatavari Gopakuma Gopakanyadi Kashaya. Okay, so Shatavari Gopakanyadi Kashaya is also available. Only thing is when it is a Kashaya, either it is added some preservative or it is Asavarishta Kalpana. And both the things are not good for Raktapitta kind of thing. So either fresh Kashaya may be given or when it is to be given with Sita Madhu, then it has to be cooled down after freezing and then Sita and Madhu to be added. So fresh Kashaya, that will be a better choice or something. Or we may go for a Phanta Kalpana in this situation. Utpala, which Kamala sir? Generally Neela Utpala. Utpala is general Kamal, but Neela Utpala is Neela Kamal or something like that. And there is a separate word for Rakta Utpala. But generally what is available in the market that we have to see, that is one thing. And they say that what we get in market is not real Kamala, it is lily. And it looks like original Kamala is only available in Kashmir as such. And Allah Paranspe once ordered it from Kashmir, the Kamala Bija as such. I don't know whether he has used it or not. Ashwagandha, Ashwatha Pimpal has come for Chikitsa of Tiryak Raktapitta in Vaishajya Ratnavali, so maybe thought of that acute leukemia. Fine. Very good for this reference as such. So anyway, in Pratipadika Kosha, we have entered Vaishajya Ratnavali, so that might be available in Pratipadika Kosha. Shrunga, etymology doubtful. The Indian fig tree. It is Shrunga, Ficus infectoria, Spondios magnifera, the on of a thorn, the sheath of calyx or a bird, of a man Pravara dynasty, which succeeded in Mauryas, taking of Shunga, but that is Shunga, and here it is Shrunga or something like that. So I think it is difficult to say about that. But Vatashunga or Vatashunga is very commonly known. It contains large quantity of preservatives. That is true. So instead of going for that, it's better to use fresh. Whether Talam Makhana seeds or lotus seeds, as they are sold in the name. These are makhana, these are lotus seeds, and these are sold in the market. We get this lotus seeds as kamala bija also in the market, and those can be roasted or those can be just uncovered and eaten by gargani. This is a very good nourishing for the fetus. There is a tradition of using makhana or makhane in varieties of ways in pregnancy, and it is very well in use. In Maharashtra, it is less used, but in other parts of India, it is quite in use. So let us go back to. So Vatashunga and Atush, these are only two things in that kashaya. Chandano Shira Jalada Lajamudra Kanayavaihi Balajalayite Balajale Parishitahi Kashaya Raktavitaha. Now this is from Varbata, even from Charakam. So Chandana Ushira Jalada Musta, Laja, Mudga, Kana, and Yava. So even Pippali is there, and Yava is also there, and Laja. So Laja and Yava, these are from Ahar Varga as such. Chandano, Ushira, Jalada, and Kana is a bit odd in this Pippali. And Balajalya Parishitahi Kashaya Raktavitaha. This is very typical that Parishitatva in Balajal, that is and so decoction has to be made first bala decoction has to be made, and then the kashaya of this to be made in that, and then it has to be made paryushita to stay overnight, and then to be done next day. So generally toyam gandhiguna prashtam, that is what has been said when normal jala is paryushita, then Tridoshakur, that has been said to be Tridoshakur. So one has to be very specific about using Paryushita Jala. But in the Raktapitta specifically, it has been seen that Paryushita Kashaya, and that too in Balajala, is in use. So might be that this Balajala has some separate effect of that kind. And we may try this particularly in Raktapitta or these conditions like leukemias. Now there are ITP and other conditions of bleeding disorders as well. So we can think of using them. These are not as deadly as leukemias, but still these are emergencies. So we may try to use that. Laksha Siddha Krita is also available by SKM Siddha, which can be used as Yamaka Sneha along with Chandan Mala Lakshadi Tailam in acute management. That is good. So Laksha is particularly helpful for Urakshata. And there is a strange case by Kodakar Sir. The patient came to him with a weight loss complaint. And not the effects of aerial roots. Yeah, not the apex of aerial roots, but the comb or the Ankura, as what we call, is to be taken as Shunga, like that. He was practicing in Mumbai and he was about to leave actually. And in the last moment, the patient came. And Collector Sir could just understand that there is some history of Shukrakshaya. So he gave only Shatavari Churna to him for 15 days and came back. Next time, the weight loss had stopped, but there was 22 kg weight loss. And just half kg or 1 kg got increased due to Shatavari. And then after taking detailed history, he found that it was basically Urakshata. And then the weight loss started. Kramat Vidyam Balam Pakti Ruchik Pakti Balamojashti Giyate. That is the sequence that is given in Urakshata. And Collector Sir then gave only Laksha 2 times. And surprisingly, within 15 days, he regained 20 kgs weight. So by only giving very small quantity of Laksha, just because it was for Urakshata, then this improved him like that. So anyway, Laksha is a good thing to use in this, and I also use this in the form of Laksha. The Google or Laksha are plain, particularly osteosarcomas that I tend to use. Chandan Ushiradi Kashaya available. Okay. Balajala Kashaya with Chandana etc. is from Vagbhata Raktapitta Chikitsa. Yeah, that is true. So this is in Vagbhata, this is from Charaka as well. Datar Shastri uses such Kashayas like Nagaradi Kalpa or Paripathadi Kalkana. He uses 80% sugar or Buddha in such Kashayas. Appa used to say Asutikarana of such dravyas is required. Arishtas are more Ushna and Tikshna, where as in regular Arishta Kalpana, there is nearly 35% of Buddha. Can we think about such Kalpanas in this way, or we can avoid reservations? But this is a bit controversial issue. Preparing Kalpa is fine. So this he was saying that Nagaradi Kalpa, that is fine. Paripadhati Kana he was using, and we also still use Paripadhati Kana, which is Asavarishta. But that reduces heat, there is no doubt. In particularly Raktapitta, it might be helpful to go for Kalpa rather than this thing. So Negrodha and Vasa Kalpa should be fine. How can you explain 20 kg weight gain in 15 days? Sounds unbelievable. I trust Collector Sir very well. I know this case. This is not unbelievable. This is not I am telling a lie. So be sure about that. That this is a noted case, and don't show such doubts again anywhere. When I am telling this, this is very well confirmed. So don't have any doubt about this. Please be sure about that. So this is not unbelievable. This is just a fact that is true. Which Kashaya? Sir, please tell me the book name in which Kashaya Prakarana is given. What you are saying? What could be the explanation you said when it is unbelievable? Then that is my objectionable. That is really objectionable. You may ask how it had worked. If it has broken the Samprapti properly, then it would work like that. So no matter, that is not unbelievable. That is very true. So please tell me the book name in which Kashaya Prakarana is given. Actually, in Charangara, etc., everywhere it is the same kind of. That they start with what we are reading now is Kashaya Prakarana itself or something like that. So later texts have a different classification, and they have these kinds of things. So okay, we forget this. But be sure about that, when I am telling these cases, either from consultor, collector, or any other things, these are true cases. I'm not telling anything lie. Be assured about that. Questions are not flashing here. Chandana Ushiradi Kashaya Kottakal Arya Vaidya Shala. Okay. As Pippali and Bala has more affinity towards Urasthana, hence their kalpa can be effectively used in Urdhvagrakta Pitta, isn't it, sir? That also we can think definitely. So which kalpana to use is a different issue. Now, this text is also saying Kashaya, it's not saying Asavarishta. For our convenience, we have converted into Asavarishtas, or we have converted into adding preservatives or something like that. So that is for us. But truly speaking, if it is to be understood, then better we go for Kashaya itself. That is very true. Here we are accepting Paryushita Kashaya with Prakshepa of Chandanadi Drava. Expecting Paryushita Kashaya with but when they say Balajale Paryushita Kashaya, that means Balajala or Balakvata has to be prepared first. And then, as what we prepare for this Pindasveda, the Vata to be prepared first, then there's rice to be cooked in that. In the same manner, we prepare Balakashaya first, and then in Balakashaya itself, we cook this Vata and then allow it to stay overnight. That is the procedure. So, why this kind of thing? That is another important aspect. And Paryushita Jala in this way is used. That is one aspect. And particularly Bala. Now in Rakta Pitta, depending upon the strength of the person, whether we have to go for Stambhana or we do Pachana and just neglect also, Upeksha, that's dependent. Bala is peculiarly for giving strength. So, might be possible that we can maintain the strength of the person with this Balajala. And the other things are particularly useful for Raktapitta Chikitsa as such. Maybe think that the Balyagana from Charaka can be used in this particular scenario. What is difference between Katha and Kashaya? Actually, it is the same. Paryaya. Can you please explain about Vatashunga? When to collect, how to collect? Actually, there is a vidhi. I think this is from Vaishya Ratnavali. I where Om Namaste Amrita Sambhave Rasavirya Vividhi. There are 4-5 shlokas like this, and one has to go and pray that tree or vanaspati, whatever it is, in the evening, previous day evening, and then Atraiva Tishta Kalyani Mama Karya Kariho Mama Karya Kurte Siddhe Tatta Swargi Gavishes. That is the end of that shloka. And then next day morning you go and then take whatever Upayuktanga that you want to collect or something. That is the vidhi. I heard of one particular Vaidya that he used to go to forest to collect medicines at a particular period. He used to do some calculations before going and then go at a particular time. Then when he became old, he asked his shishyas to go. And they found that he had given some half an hour or some peculiar time, that time the medicine collection must be done. they found that they were unable to reach that herb within the speculated time. There was some force not allowing them to go near to that herb. And after that period gone, they could go and collect the herb. So then they came back to Guru and said that this is the situation. Then Guru said, I have done mantra siddhi for this, and so I can go. And these are particularly more strong in that particular timing or something like that. There has been some strange research done about Haridra. They are all synonyms of Haridra, of Rajani, Nisha, etc. denote night. So FRLST made some research on this, and they found that there is some alkaloid or some active principle which is available only in the night. So if you have to collect Haridra, you have to collect it at night. Now this emphasizes that this is more useful at night or something like that. So Naktamutra is one of the symptoms in Prameha. And Haridra and Amalaki combination is there on this, but we can think of using Haridra particularly at night for this. This is something very good. Darvi पण आहे. For Haridra Dvaya, it is generally said as Darvi. So if we really want to emphasize on collection of medicines in a proper way, then we should have mantra siddhi. That is one important aspect over here. And to have mantra siddhi is very difficult because one of the important rules is parandavarja. So only home food is allowed, no eating anywhere external or outside your house. At the most, you can go have lunch or dinner at your daughter's place, but that too you have to keep some money for that. This was the tradition that was being followed. आज भी करता है. So no home food, no other food, only home food. This is very difficult to follow. Long back I did Gayatri Lahu Purascharan, 24,000 Gayatri Mantra, and for 1 month we were doing it, and we tried to follow this rule, Parandavarja or something like that, and then realized how difficult it is. When I was practicing, I have to reach home and then eat or something like that, etc., etc. But anyway, those who want to make any progress in this, they should try to go for Mantra Shastra or something like that. Why Paryushita? This might be, it has a cooling effect when it stays overnight. Actually, the Fanta Kalpana is also can be used as a Paryushita. You keep it overnight. Dhanya Jedaka Fanta is used in this way, and that is for sure. But if it is Paryushita, that is creating some good thing, that might be possible. What could be expected matra of Balajala and Prakshepa? Actually, a decoction has to be paid, not Prakshepa. So you do Balajala Kvatha, Balakvatha, like regular process. So 16 times water and reduced to 2 times or something. Then this is to be taken as 16 times, and then you do decoction and make it double or something like that. For Murdudravyas, it might be less water, etc., etc. The percentage to be changed. But otherwise, Paniyam Shodashaganam Shunne Dravya Palakshipet. This is the Kvatha general Sankalpana. So you prepare Balak Kvatha. If we are not accepting it as Kvatha, just Balajala, then go for Siddha Jala Sankalpana. 15 times water or something like that. And then boil it and maybe we reduce it, or maybe when we are doing Siddha Kshira in that way, then 15 times water and 15 times milk is added, and we reduce half. So using the same concept, we may reduce half. That is also a possible thing. So if we are trying to think that this is Bala Jala only and not Bala Kvata, then maybe you make Siddha Bala Jala, reduce it to half. In that decoction, you go further for this Kashaya, 16 times of Bala Jala or something like that. In our clinic, there was Nagaradi Kashaya used in past. Was it prepared by using Guda? Nagaradi Kashaya used in past. I think this is from Datar Guruji's style. This is not Kashaya actually, it is Asava. It's not, and that is to be used in cases of pneumonia or Vachan Fever. In South, Kashaya are given morning Pranakala, and it is not freshly prepared. If you are going for these preserved Kashayas, then it may not be prepared fresh. That actually it's better to go for fresh Kashaya. That is, now this tradition is going away. Maybe due to volatile nature of Ushira, Chandana, Pippali, this kalpa is designed this way. Possible. It is better to prepare kalpa of these instead of going for Asavarishta. If we are trying to use it for Raktapitta particularly, then it is better to make a kalpa of this, and then that can be dispensed very easily. It can be put into pudi as such. That is also fine. Asutikarana रक्तगामित्व काढा परियुषित केल्याने किंचित असुतीकरण होऊन रक्तगामित्व वाढत असावे. Can't say. Asutikara is Raktagami. This is also a bit to be thought of. Asutikara is Yathadravya Gunarishta Sarvadravya Gunatika. That is the stanza. So the Arishta is having Madhya Gunadhika and Yathadravya Guna. So from what it is prepared, in addition to that Madhya Guna. And Madhya Guna, particularly Vivai, Vikasi, etc., are more important in this situation. And so, Sarva Madhya Gunadhika, this is something great regarding Aswarishtas that we have to see. Maybe due to. So I don't agree much with this. So in South, prepared kashaya are available. If preservatives are added, then how can we give empty stomach? So as I said, this is just an adjustment. We can't say that this is proper or something like that. Instead of asking the patient to prepare kashaya, this might be a thing. Then better switch over to kalpas. That's a better option. And anyway, we are using many kalpas, not only Shatavari kalpa. This Guduchadi kalpa, Vasa kalpa, Kantakari kalpa, and there are many, except Nagaroda kalpa, Durva kalpa. So we are using varieties of kalpas, and they have better shelf life and easily can be dispensed. That is fine. How to learn mantra siddhi? I'm not a proper person for that. I am not done actually. I keep on doing mantra japa during eclipses, and that is for avoiding the malinya to the mantra and also gaining strength. But I'm not very particular about not eating outside somebody in somebody's house or something. Social. In Sushruta Kalpasthana, there is a reference about Siddhi Mantra Siddhi. So you may try to do it. You need a guru for that. That is more important for that. So the translation says the powder is to be added in Kashaya as per Kshepa. That is fine. But as per the meaning, if we try to understand the meaning from the shloka, then it's better to prepare Kashaya in Balagana. What the text is saying, that what I am trying to say. So there will be differences in translation, either in Hindi or English or something like that. I try to follow my own way on the background of my Sanskrit, and so this is as per text. The Balad Jala is to be prepared first, and then this Kashaya is to be prepared in that, and then made Pariyushita or something like that. Shita Guna of Kala, night expected, and Kala Samskara allowing Shita Guna of medicine to get dissolved in water. That is quite possible. So this we may think of. Nowadays, it is a question whether fermentation process of Vata, Arishta, Asava is done properly. Sometimes alcohol is directly added to Vata, and so very less pharmacies keep it for proper period of Astapariya. That is true. There is a concept of total extract or something like that. And the bulk of the herbs is a major issue that occupies much more space. And this company, I don't remember, Saiba, I suppose, Saiba company, is selling the total extract concept of varieties of medicines. And that reduces the bulk. And they say that the all contents of the herb are here in that bulk extract. So instead of using those herbs, you go for this. And many companies have shifted on to that. So that I have heard. So there are shortcuts being taken in this. So definitely this is not good for our science as such. So better to stick up to traditional way. That is a thing. Regarding Ghanasara also, there are few companies preparing Ghanasara. But in Umbargaon, there is one Valavalkar, which is on the border of Maharashtra and Gujarat. And he is using spray dry method for preparing Ghanasara. I have seen that process and I have seen the quality. This is much better as compared to the traditional way of preparing Ghanasara, which consumes lot of heat as such. He is preparing in both ways. At that time, he was preparing. I visited his center maybe 15 years before. So, but the quality of Ghanasara from spray dry method was really excellent. There is no doubt. I've been thinking of purchasing this Ghanasara from him, and again, it is slipping my mind. But anyway, it's better to find what are proper ways and what are the shortcuts, etc., that we have. सर्व आंबवल्याने पदार्थ रक्तपित्ताचे हेतू आहेत म्हणून असुतीकरण रक्तगामित्व असे वाटते. Okay, so this might be, but this raktagamitva is for disturbing rakta. It's not for improving or something like that. And there is no real asutikarana, only keeping it one night or something like that. So might be as what we are saying has some sense or something. Paripat had this 6 a.m., 6 p.m. lang घेतात. No, Datar Guruji uses it like that. I use it after food generally. Nowadays, many Kashaya tablets are available. What is your opinion on that? Will they be really useful? That is fine. So this is Ghanasara. Actually, Kashaya tablet is Ghanasara. Generally, what they do when it comes to a particular stage, like madhu kind of thing, then they put churna into that of that drug there, and then they tablets. Again, tableting, they have to add something. That is different issue. If we go traditional tableting, then that's a better choice to do. And if it is only from this kashaya, then it dissolves into the water. If churna is added, then it won't completely get dissolved. But this is a stable thing. And secondly, there is no asutikaran. So no raktapitta karakatva of this. So kashaya tablet is a better choice, and that can be easily dispensed. That is one issue. And if we add kajali to that, it may have a longer life. That is also quite possible. We understand your emphasis about freshly prepared kadha and the reason behind it, but procurement of original herbs is a bit difficult. All bharats, churnas look similar. Fine powders look a bit different, but cannot rule out adulteration. As you mentioned, either which alternative can be used. If you have a proper source, then you may go for Ghana, Sara or Kalpa. Kalpa has Agni Samskara as well. It was the opinion of the Pansarkar sir that instead of using Churna, if we use Kalpa, then it becomes Lagu due to Agni Samskara, and due to Sharkara, it is palatable. So mixes up with rasa more easily. So there are advantages. Huh? नाही अग्नि संस्कार लघु होता ना गुरु होतं थोडंसं काय गुरु होईल लाजा मुद्ग and यव आहार्य द्रव्य यांचा सीमन जास्त ठेवायचं का त्याचं प्रमाण का प्रमाण काय ठेवायचं difficult to answer. We may think about it that we may use them more in this scenario. Otherwise, when there is no mention, then you have to use equal quantity. But we may think of this. What is kalpa method, please? Just like preparing shatavari kalpa, the same method you follow. You prepare a decoction of shatavari, add 4 times sugar, and make like shatavari kalpa, you make kalpa. Is this a kind of sandhana? I won't say sandhana, real sandhana. To a certain extent, there will be some fermentation or something like that. What are you saying sounds more rational, making balajala and then make a kashaya. Okay. Sarpadashta vishachikitsita kalpaha. Mantranam grahanam karyam strimaus madhuvarjina. Mitaharena shuchina kasha kushastarana shayina. गंधमाल्योपहारैश्च बलिभिश्च चापि देवताः पूजये मंत्रसिद्ध्यर्थं जप होमश्च यत्नतः. So this is Kalpastan 5th chapter, 11th and 12th. Thanks Devdatta for putting this. So Mantranam Garanam Karyam Stri Mausa Madhuvarjina. So Stri Mausa and Madhu. Madhu is also there. So maybe we have to think about that. Mitaharena Shichina Kushastarana Shaina. So Kushastarana, he is sleeping on that. Mitahara Gandha Malya Upaharaishcha Balivishtapi Devata Pujayin. So Devata Pujana is to be done with Gandha Malya Upahara and Bali. Mantra Siddhartham Jamaho Pashcha Yataha. Japa and Homa to be also performed for this purpose. So Purnarka is the brand, sir. Okay. And that MR visited my clinic and he was saying about that. I think it is Saiba company only. That is fine. So it is better if those who are interested may try to learn Mantra Shastra, particularly for Vishachikitsa. What is the name of person, company who is making Ghana? Sare in Umargaon. Valavalkar is the name, and Umbargaon is the village. Actually, it's a village, on the border of Gujarat and Maharashtra. I don't know his company's name, but you try to find. We may have his phone number. His wife is Vaidya, Varsha Valavalkar. And difference between Pachaka and Dhatu Pachaka. What you are saying, I don't understand. Whether Kalpa Kalpana can be used in Prameha? Not really so. May be used. It all depends that whether you don't want to give sugar at all. But Prameya Ratrivis Madhusharkaravis, if that is the stanza about Vasant Utsumakara, then you can use even Kalpa Kalpana in that. The traditional tablet kase banavtar. Actually, there is no binding material. Whatever thing is there, you have to do tablets by hand. And this was a custom maybe 30-40 years before. Now there are tableting machine and these are preparing tablets, thousands tablets in 1 hour or so. But this was traditional method and we can easily make it by hand. Only thing they should be equal in shape, size, etc., etc. But you can get expertise with that. How to make the kalpa once again? So we prepare it every time. Those who are in Pune can definitely see in our clinic how kalpa is made or something like that. Sir, mantra siddhi ullekh kuthe alay Sushrutamade? Sushruta Kalpasthan 5, what he has quoted, Devdatta has quoted right now, 11-12. कषायाचा कल्प तयार करताना काढा किती आठवतात? 18 or 116. 116 is not relevant. आणि शुगर प्रमाण किती? 4 times. Yeah. अंशुमान वाळल्यावर Valavalkar is my student. Anshuman might be son of him. I am knowing his father and mother. He might be his son, but we have to find. You ask him whether Varsha Valavalkar is his mother. Atharva Pharma, Dr. Valavalkar. That is fine. So at least we get the reference which pharma it is or something. Oh, Atharva. So anyway, we conclude today and continue tomorrow. The questions are much more than I expect or something like that. So like what I was trying to do to attend questions maybe in the end, and how many types of kalpas are made? You can prepare any decoction and convert it into kalpa. Chaitanya Pharma also makes Ganavati. Yeah, that I know. But the quality of this Atharva Pharma is very good with this spray dry method. So that is why I explained about that. We should keep questions for last 10 minutes. That is thing. Kacchi khand साखरेपेक्षा वेगळी असते का? Today's sakhar is not at all a sugar according to text. So we have to go for organic sugar minimum or something like that. Kodus also makes spray dry method. Chaitanya Pharma by Ghansar method. So if Kadus is doing, then that will be an easier source, and I may contact Arvind Kadus and ask what he is doing or something like that. Please post Atharva Pharma or Mr. Valavalkar number. Yeah, we may try to see if you have. I should be having. I'm not sure, but I should be having. We have visited his place, so no problem. So anyway, we conclude today and continue tomorrow.